Okay, sorry for the slow start there. Dr. Palermo, 701 coach for EDLS candidates, writing exercise number 2, extending the first writing exercise that you did, selecting a topic and thinking about something. Now, I told you early on that you needed to be passionate about your dissertation topic, that you'd be married to this idea for several years. Let me continue that marriage analogy for just a minute. um, you know what happens with a lot of marriages, poor choices sometimes wind up in a mess or a divorce. So again, take it slow here in the beginning and think wisely. And if a marriage is in your future, then make sure that you're dating and thinking and casting the net broadly as you before you settle down and get married to any one idea. Either way, the next step is like dating a potential partner, and I'm going to go back to this PowerPoint to walk through the writing exercises that we have begun. Um, Now I've messed up again. Okay, stop share. Stop. Okay, I'm going to try again. I'm not sure I'm recording or got the right screen up here for you, but you started off with the stage 1 writing exercises. We've been through picking out a topic of interest. We're at stage 2, which starts here with exercise 1.3, dating an idea, selecting your focus for your study. Some more writing, please, thinking about brainstorming, or use your concept map, whatever works for you. But write about these following questions. Have you clearly defined the focus of your study interest? Are you looking at individuals, groups, or organizations? Have you specifically named the individuals, groups, organizations that you plan to study? And again, many of us in educational research do pick convenient samples, folks that you have access to. Sort of makes sense. Um, you date in your immediate circle, in other words. Exercise 1.4, choosing the vantage point for the study. Again, they urge you to brainstorm or free write this exercise, whatever works for you, but I suggest you set aside some time and have some quiet space and then approach these questions. What fields best lend themselves? What are you knowledgeable about? What competency do you have in that field? In other words, researching something that's totally out of your field may not be the smartest way to go. Another way to think about this, I suggested looking at your bookshelf. What kinds of titles do you have up there? Lots of titles about mentoring? Gee, maybe you're interested in researching something about mentoring. Develop your interest statement. So this is the final piece. Those exercises are to lead up to this. Follow these steps from really 1.1 all the way up here. What is your specific research interest? Write, and then narrow it down. Cross out the least important sentences, cross out words and phrases that don't really zero in on what are you interested in. Be sure your final 3 sentences do the following. Identify your subject, what are you studying? Perspective, how are you looking at it? And vantage point, what academic field, theory, model might you use? Think about a second statement that defines the significance. Why is this important? And how does this tie into your beliefs, values, biases, and opinions? And then work on this final interest statement. Okay, here's how I would think about this finally. You're really interested in somebody, and you've been dating them for a while, and you know all about them, and you explored their family. It's time to take them home to mom and dad. Uh, how does that go? How would you sell this idea to your mother and father? How would you pitch it to me or to your colleagues? In other words, how are you going to really say, this is a topic that I'm interested in researching. Here's how I'm going to go about it. It's going to work because I have access to these people in this organization, and I'm really excited about doing it this way. That's your interest statement. And when you have that, load it, please, to share with others. And for us to give you some feedback. Thanks. That's the whole of the writing exercise.